All right, friends, so not only am I a martial arts instructor, but I specialize in the repair of martial arts uniforms. And I say that kind of jokingly because once you're in the martial arts and you've got these traditional style pants with the string, sooner or later the string just comes out. In this case, one of my students had string that's supposed to look like this, and it's shredded down to this, okay? So she's like, hey, my string is just jacked up. What am I going to do? And I said, hey, I got you covered. So what I did is I went out and I found this is a cotton insert or a cotton webbing with a nylon on the outside, and it's woven. You're going to need to melt this, by the way. I'll do that later. But you need about 80 inches, right? So I've taken some of that out, and then you've got to decide what you're going to do. So if you just pull this string all the way out to start with, then you got to, manually thread this through. It's a pain in the butt. So I'm just going to make a very simple girth hitch here, and hopefully that will work, all right? So what's the best way? Actually, let's just see if we can do granny knot. It's basically like 2 girth hitches. So I don't know if you guys can see, but that's what it looks like, 2 girth hitches, okay? Kind of a granny knot or a square knot. It's the way we tie our belt, by the way. The martial arts belt is tied with this knot. Now, if the knot comes undone halfway through my process, I'm going to have to restart, which will suck. But the idea is, let's link all that together, and then I'm going to pull the old string out. Hopefully, I can do that, and then the knot will pass. It looks like it's going to pass. So here I am. I'm going to pull the old string out. And look, the new string came with it. That's pretty cool. All right. So we're not done yet. Let's get it all. Man, this thing is really messed up. All right, let's get it all kind of going. So now notice that the string itself goes through one side and then out the other side. So I've still got to pull it all the way through. Got it all entangled. So I've got to pull it not through just the back, but now I got to pull it through the front. So I'm going to grab this other one. I'm going to pull it. And you can see here it's about to go inside that side. This is the front. All right, get it going. A little bit of a tighter fit here. There it goes. And I've got it kind of all the way through one time, but it's still got to go back through again. The way that this thing works, I'm going to need a little bit more webbing here. The way this thing works, it's got to go back around. So, make some room here. Now all this junk one that's all tore up is where we're going to pull from now. Here we go. See, it's all shredded. You can see where the black cord and the blue cord has just come undone. So I'm going to run it through. This is the 3rd time. All right. So now I've got it properly threaded. You want to get enough length so that you can tie it. I can now untie the old cord and throw it away. There it is. Cast that off. We now have the new cord going through the pants. So you can see where it goes in there, all the way out here, around into the front, all the way back around, back through again. And that's going to make it cinch nicely. All right, so I'm going to need a little bit more. Got to make some adjustments here. All right, so you're going to want, a good foot worth so that it ties nicely. And I can always cut it later. But then I'm going to even this out, and I'm going to say that's going to be pretty good. Got my handy dandy pocket knife. Let's cut it. Okay, so the big picture is that we are essentially done, okay? Essentially, it's going to work, right? So if I put these pants on, and I go to lace them up, it's going to cinch up the pants. That's pretty good. How much do we have left over? Roughly about, I don't know, a foot, maybe a foot and a half on each side. But notice it's going to really start to fray like that. That's going to be a problem. So you get your handy dandy lighter and you burn the end, and then we're going to make a knot. Okay, so I promise you that this is going to be like liquid napalm. If you get it on your hand, it is going to burn the absolute crap out of you, okay? So we want to be very careful with that. Get it all melted down there. All right. All right, I'm going to swab that off a little bit. Do not touch it. It will burn you, I promise you. I mean, that's melted plastic right there. It's just going to be all kind of crazy hot. All right, so that one is kind of cauterized off. Let's go ahead and do the other side. Why not? You don't have this problem really with cotton or some other kind of cloth lanyard, but since I'm using nylon, you have to melt it, okay? All right, let's rub that off. You might wonder why I lick my fingers. Oop, that's why. If you don't lick the fingers, it'll stick to the skin and burn the crap out of you. The spit keeps it from adhering, so you don't tend to burn yourself. All right, so 2 ends melted. They're not going to fray. But still, we don't want to take a chance, so we're going to tie a half hitch. This is half of a knot, and you want it really tight, and it looks like that, all right? So again, take the free running end, I wrap it around itself, and I feed it through that hole. Pretty simple knot, and I just really pull it so that it doesn't come apart easily. And voila, there we go. Now, here's the trick, guys. If you want, right, later on when I go to, cinch up these pants, I'm going to make a knot, I'm going to make a bow, something of that nature. You pull it tight, right? There's knots keeping it in. You tuck this into the pants, that kind of a thing. This is basically how you're going to tie your traditional pants. But the bottom line is when you go to wash this thing, right, go ahead and make that over and under double girth hitch kind of a knot. Looks like that, right? And then it won't tend to get as easily pulled through when you wash it. So you can leave it like this in this configuration. Of course, you untie it in order to put your pants on, and so on and so forth. Guys, I hope this has been helpful. If you know other martial artists who wear a traditional pair of pants, karate people, taekwondo people, judo people, jiu-jitsu people, and so on and so forth, if they have the traditional pants, not the elastic with the drawstring, but these are, pulled, you got to pull the cord to cinch them up. Share this video with them. Let them know that it's really not that difficult. Have a plan. You're going to need 1/4 inch rope. I also got this cotton sash rope, right? It says right there on there. I got it at Ace Hardware. Oh, I thought it did say that. It doesn't say it on there. There it is. So it is 1/4 inch by 50 feet. You don't need that much. You could get a lot less, but I bought it in a big roll in case I needed to use it for other students. I've got this one, again, it's 1/4 inch nylon. It looks kind of like 550 cord, but it's not. Guys, this is helpful. Share with a friend. Like and share my video. Take care. God bless.